We took like a 1-point lead. You could just tell in our guys' eyes and in our huddles that they weren't going to give this one up.
Thanks, Coach. Let's go first to Mark Brennan. Nate Bauer, you're on deck. Corey Geiger, you'll be third.
Jim, what did you say to the team at halftime? Because obviously you struggle in the first half and you come out and play so well early in the second half. And how important was that burst out of the locker room? Thank you.
Don't turn the ball over and make a shot. It was almost that simple, guys. But, it was really about, continuing to defend and rebound. Sometimes in the past when our offense doesn't work, if we just don't defend and we let the offense affect our defense, and we weren't going to let that happen. So it was really just about everybody locking back in. We reviewed the game plan over again. Obviously, made a little bit of an adjustment to react to Thor shooting the ball so well. And then it was just about, be us, come out, be the aggressor in the second half. And I thought we did that. And then we didn't turn the ball over. And we knew if we didn't turn the ball over, we were going to get some good shots. And I thought our guys really played with a lot of trust.
Nate Bauer, let's come to you. Corey Geiger, you're on deck.
Jim, do you think the fact that you've had these games in the past, these types of games where you've fallen into big first half holes, even in games that you might not have won but got back into in the second half, do you feel like those play a part in maintaining a belief, I guess, that you can, consistently dig yourself out of a hole like that?
Yeah, I think it helps. I don't think we consistently get into holes. We have gotten into holes, but I think, we did. We brought it up at halftime. Hey, we've been here before. So, we know we can make it up, but we're going to have to play better. But absolutely, I think it gives these guys confidence. No doubt being able to come back against Maryland, down 14 with about 9 minutes to go to win the game. No doubt it gave our guys confidence to do that. But again, the leadership and the connectiveness of this group and the resiliency, they could have put their heads down, whatever we're down at 14 and a half, and could have put their heads down and pouted. And they didn't, man. They just got closer and closer and closer together. And I thought we played really good basketball in that second half.
Corey Geiger, let's come to you. Evan Patrick, you're on deck. The rundown will be Evan Patrick, Justin Morgenstein, Tanyan Luce, and then we're going to end the session with Dave Melendra.
Jim, Nate just asked what I was going to ask. So I'll just follow that up by asking, sometimes can it be easier to come from behind when, especially in a end of the year situation where you got everything on the line?
Man, I don't know. At the beginning of the year, somebody was asking me questions about, starting with big leads and giving them up. Now we're talking the other way around. So, you know what? Listen, you got to play better than your opponent in a tournament game. That's it. And you got to give them credit. I thought they came out and played great. We became the aggressor. But yeah, I guess if you have a lead and you lose it, it could be devastating. But, I think if it would have happened like that, I still think we would have responded. This group, they're resilient. So I would prefer to start up 15 and stay up 15. But there's just too many good teams and too many good players in this league.
Evan Patrick, let's come to you. And then Justin Morgenstein, you're on deck.
Hey, Jim, how did you address Myron and Isaiah's kind of lack of impact in that first half? They go scoreless on only 4 shot attempts combined, but then they come out in the second half, they combine for 28, shoot 50%. Did you do anything specific there?
Well, you know what? In the first half, I took MJ out with about 2 minutes to go, and I just asked them. They're playing. I'm not. So I just kind of asked them, hey, what are you feeling? What do you see? What do you want? Because we knew we had to get those guys in the groove. And that's why we started the second half. I started with a play for MJ to get him going, and then went to Zay to get him attacking as well. And it was more about, talking to guys about everybody just be themselves and do what they do. I don't need Trent trying to be John. I don't need MJ trying to be Brock. Like, everybody just do who you are, because we're good when we play that way. So that was really all it was. It's just everybody be aggressive and, trust each other.
We're going to go next to Justin Morgenstein. Tanyan Luce, you're on deck. Dave Melendra, you'll end this session. Then we'll have Jamari Wheeler come up next for a few questions.
Jim, talk about Jamari a little bit. He not only gets his career high tonight and keeps you afloat in the first half, but, seemed to really find another gear in that second half, on both ends of the floor. Just talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much because he's sitting right next to me. He's going to get a big head. He's a warrior. He was a warrior. And Jamari, he looked like he was just going to will us to win this game today. He was all over the place defensively. He was so vocal with his teammates. He was demanding of his teammates. He was demanding of himself. He shot the ball well. Steal, he was all over the place. And when Jamari plays like that, man, we're a heck of a basketball team. And, considering he really didn't have a great night against Maryland, but if you guys watched that game, you saw him on the sidelines when we took him out. He was just a true leader. So, he's a senior, man. This is he don't want to go away. And if he keeps playing like that, I don't think we're going to go away.
And loose, let's come to you. Dave Melendra will wrap it up with your single question.
Coach, you've kind of addressed already kind of like playing from behind and everything, but do you think there's a point where you guys really can't afford to do that anymore as you start to play some of the more talented teams in the league, or maybe more like sound defensively and have the talent across the board to be able to hold a lead?
Yeah, I never want to play from behind, ever. It's hard. This is a really good league, good players. So, but when we get behind, we just hands up and stop playing, no matter who we're playing. So, I'd love to come out tomorrow, get up 20. This is nothing and cruise to a victory, but I don't think that's going to happen. So, we got to be prepared to just play and trust each other and just keep playing, defend and rebound. And you know what? It's a long game. It's 40 minutes. I think we proved that to ourselves tonight. And I would prefer not to get behind tomorrow, but we're going to come out and play the game and hopefully play the game the right way.
Dave Melendra, let's come to you for your final question.
Hey, Coach, what was your message to the team after the game, after the performance they had, trying to build off this to keep the one-and-done scenario going?
Just, when I came into the locker room, Jamari was talking to the team, and when I came in, I saw on the board that somebody wrote "believe." Then I found out after the game it was Trent. And that's all I said is, we didn't flinch. We came together, and we believed, and we kept working. So all I said is, hey, listen, let's survive in advance now. Let's get home. Let's get back to the hotel. And let's get some rest and try to take the next step.